Go live. Very important date. I'm late. Of course, I'm late. And I have to make everybody wait 10 minutes of their time. Should I get energetic about this? Seems like I got something stuck in my teeth. Am I supposed to be doing numbers or just making sure that I have this top on? No shirt underneath, so I must be. I don't know why. Every time I come on and I see skin, I say messer. Don't mess it up. And in fact, the zippers are off, and I'd like to know why. Oh, look at that. Maybe I am like Messer. I don't know. Okay, messing it up. I don't like that. Anyways, let's keep the top up. 3 people here already. People, real people. But you're not here and you're here. Do I get your energy? What rebuilds our skin? What rebuilds us? Is it the ether around us, or is it just our body? What do I think? What do I believe? I'm going to take a wild guess. Whatever it is, and that's how it works. But that's not a good enough answer just to say, because that's not even a guess. I believe that the aether, the air, the fire, the heat, but what makes it go? What makes it do anything? It has to be alive in order to, or does your body feed off of whatever's around it? It feeds off of it and it does repairs. Well, if it's feeding, it's giving it something. So where do we get the energy? Well, it comes out of the air. Hold a second. Is my body a carbonated bottle of water? And I got that snake working. Let me tell you one thing. When that snake, yeah, it goes through. You ever see that snake? When that snake digests and it gets rid of it in the can. Why do they call it a can? A garbage can. They call it the can. You go into the can. Should I be doing numbers? Because this is not only about numbers. It's words connect with numbers. But not only just the words connect with numbers. Words have vibrations. Words, letters can create our shapes and can create and do create designs depending on how you'll put the letters in order. Because do I believe it? I don't know what I should believe. What should I believe? What should I believe? Just because I have that, I'm not sure if you can see anything. No, you can't see except for that one little design. Should we keep this entertaining? Entertaining. Tattoo me. Tattoo. T8. Tattoo. Tattoo. What am I tatting to? Or how about the word yo-yo? Tattoo. 2 T's come together, creating in letters. This over here. Since it's all backwards for me, I have to get T-A-T-T. Looks like an H. And then it looks like an 8. Transmission of the heaven's gate. Why should I say heaven's gate? If I add up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it equals to 36, 360 degrees. Now I want to ask you a question. What if it was 360 degrees in an inward or outward spiral? And you have to go through that tunnel to get to the other side, and then you come back. Thinking like a continuous Mario brother. He has to go through all the tunnels instead of just that. It's the earth. And it goes through multiple tunnels just like that. And then maybe it goes like that. It comes around again back into the same area. I don't know. I don't know why I brought that up. I didn't eat supper yet. Here it is. Here it is. Yes, looks like snowflakes. Oh my God, they're moving. Oh my God. They're buds. Yeah, I'm buds. You got buds for cereal, right? Buds. Buds. You know what I saw yesterday? I saw Budweiser. So I'm saying, holy shit, maybe I should start smoking if the buds make you wiser. Wow. Budweiser and a blue truck. And then they said Bud Light. Hold on a second. Is that the CBD part of the bud? Bud Light. Now they got, I think, Bud Free. Are the trees budding? Are you hitting somebody in the butt? If you hit somebody in the butt and you get buds wiser, it means your butt's wiser than anything else. It's got the total amount of information that if you would read what comes out of your butt, you would know that information inside of you, or more of, or the end result of, that you can't get out of any other part of you, the extraction. So you do a number one, they take it in and they check you out. And I know I'm right, because if you go down for a blood test, sometimes they want a urine sample and the poo-poo too, 1 and 2. So I can't be wrong, because it's not me. If it's already been created and they're doing it, we can use it in the puzzle in creation, letting us speak as in the word. What language did God say that to Moses? What did he say? I am who I am, and that's the word. But what is that in the language God speaks? Which language did they speak to Moses? Maybe that's why he's the only one who understands. Imagine, born as a Jew, brought up as, what religion is Pharaoh? What religion is Pharaoh? So he was sewn together. Sewn together. Where did Abraham come from? You see, the kids of Abraham from 2 different mothers, meaning the sperm from the father went into 2 different women, and they came out with a juju and a juju and a palajew, or a Jupala, or a Jupalis. Just trying to unwind the word of creation. 365.25 days in a year, 1,440 minutes in a day, split up to 2 parts of a day. And in both parts of the day, there's 720 minutes. And we're not going to count about the second part of the day, because the first part of the day, the first 720 minutes, starts in darkness. And then is the rise into light. And then the second part of the day, where the light descends into darkness. And we call that the night. But we start the night, or the second part of the day, with the light. 12 p.m., 11:59 a.m., 11:59 a.m., and we have 12 p.m. So now we've differentiated. Sometimes when we can say 11:59 p.m., and then we would say 12 o'clock a.m. So we can differentiate. Now, what does that 59 mean towards 00, or that can look like an 8, or the gold? 11:59, 59 minutes. The letters, do you know what the letters are? E-I, E-I-O. That's what it is. And you go from AM, 113, or the red ball. And you go to PM. Now, PM, I have to think of this, because PM is 16 and 13. Now, I can play with it and say 74. So you come from the red ball into 74, the half-life, okay, through the church and the spirit of creation. Male, because it ends with a 13. The 13 is M for male. In fact, both of them are 13. Okay, so they say both male. But one, the PM is, you know what happens in the PM, right? Your period at the end of the sentence. If the period don't come, you're having a baby. So would that be the PM? You would have 11:59 p.m. So that would be female. And then you'd have 11:59 a.m. and that would be all male. But this would be a different value, because the P is with the M, and the P is the half-life. So it's maybe telling me the half-life of M is 6.5, which is entity. And the word yo, which represents 25 and 15, 25 being Earth's heart, and 15 being the quarter time of 15 seconds or 15 minutes in an hour, representing Area 51, Mars, also known as the student, because 23 beta creation and 15 in mathematics in the star system create the same numbers. 1 times 5, 5. 1 plus 5, 6. 2 times 3, 6. 2 plus 3, 5. Math in the star system, just the way the calculator does it. I don't do anything at all. I don't want to take any credit for anything other than connecting the dots, telling the story from the truth of what somebody else created. That's it. And I make mistakes. That's right. I can make mistakes. And I do. And sometimes I forget to come on here and tell you, hey, I made a mistake. Sometimes the odd person might catch it, but for 45 views per video, over 8,000 videos, and 10 years being 11th year in April something, maybe 17th of 2021 be my 11th year. Last year was the 10th year. This year is the 11th year. That's 21. Anyways, we were talking about a tattoo, and when I see the T and A comes together, I always think about communication, the angle or the angel of transmission. T comes from a structure of God. T comes from a structure of a dog. T comes from a game. T comes from a card. Why? Because it's the 20th letter in the alphabet. First, all zeros equal 6, create 26. And those words, God and dog and game and card, all are the value of 26. 62 is the queen. And yes, there are many others, but I work with the basics right now before I start building this all in my head until I get a system put out there that can start linking things together as I punch in the information. And since I share this with anybody and whoever can collect it, okay, that's the memory. This memory is now yours. Forget about the internet. When there's enough people watching, we have enough information, and it's all in here, and it can't be erased, but it could be erased. There's certain ways to erase it. There are certain ways to erase it. It's called, what do they do? What do they do to people's minds? What happens to the mind? Anyways, that's what happens. So let me get on, and what did I miss, and what did I leave out? Forget where I was. We were talking about tattoo, and where the T, in order to manufacture the T, 26 comes back to T all the time, and it is the tip of the gematria letter table. I'll show you if you want. You haven't seen it, say yes, I want to see. So what happens is 2 times 6 is 12. 2 plus 6 is 8. 12 and 8 equals 20. The 20th letter is T. The 7th letter is G. The JT, if you want. The 7th letter and the 20th letter, just I want to see where I'm going. The 20th letter is 7G. 20T becomes 26. 07 becomes 67, becomes 1308, 84. Okay, it's the gateway into Pluto. And we were talking about the AM and PM. Are you still with me? The 11 and 3, and I called it red because in pool, the 11 ball and the 3 ball are both red. It will create numbers 2 and 3. This is where the 2-3 comes in. Beta creation, C and E. C and E of the any craps, okay, is also part of the time period before and after the birth of Christ, C and E. And it also goes to the 7th gate in the game of craps in the casino. And there's the stick man. We have to know all the positions and the 2 sides of the tables and the 2 ends of the tables and where everybody stands. We have to understand the board, the betting pattern, the dice, and how many dice are in the tray, and how the game works before you advance, just like in roulette, before you roll the ball. To know all the games, these manufactured areas. In fact, Las Vegas apparently is rocking and rolling right now. Not to the speed that it was before. I'm just more or less saying that there's things open. And it seems like we have to keep the numbers rolling. The numbers rolling, Herbert Hoover and the electric company. EC, any craps? C&E, that C&E. Let me just pump it up here on my computer so I can give you a better expression of what time period is C&E. It's telling me about cyanide. No. Is CE. Okay, I'm going to tell you at 7. Common error. Okay, there. Y was BC. Okay, here it is. BC, AD, changed to BCE, and C&E. Oh, you know, it's funny that they should ask. Should I look and show you what they answered? Because I'm going to tell you what I think. Okay, 1 second. AD can also be after the death, right? Answers. Let me see. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I don't know if I have you on the screen yet. I want to see what you see so you can see what I see. B, C, E, and C and E usually refer to the common era. The years are the same as AD and BC. The simplest reason for using BCE and CE as opposed to AD and BC is to avoid reference to Christianity, and in particular to avoid naming Christ as Lord. BC and AD before the Christ, after the death. They didn't say what the other one is, but I think it's after the death. So go figure all that out. Go figure all that out. Okay, I'm going to get to that in a second. I want to read what Mr. Robin. Again, all your stuff comes up in my review box. And then when I check mark it, it goes back to where the video is. And if I don't look at the video that it came from, I'm not sure which video it is. Also, as well, there's a comment section that I can see when people comment me. So usually it'll go back into that and it'll have all the comments regardless of which video it came from. But a lot of times they don't show up. And if they're 2-3 days old, yes, sometimes I do miss them and I don't know how, but it just happens and it is what it is. Okay. Sorry about that if I don't say anything about it, but I'm saying something now. And I watched both of them. I watched both of them. Okay, we also didn't do directions yet. And I watched other things, and that cartoon, absolutely. Give me something for free. Nothing is free. Remember, nothing is free. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. What is nothing? You good for nothing with a number 4. In the beginning of the word for nothing, you have time heaven and the beginning of pi. Pi, for me, pi is a division of 3. The first thing about pi is it's the division of 3. Try and find another number that you can divide that will begin with 3.14. Okay? 3.14. Divide what number? By what number? Equals 3.14. And there could be numbers after that. Why nothing is free? The beginning of the word nothing is not, meaning it's not nothing. It's more than nothing. You can't use the word noth. Hey, it's noth. It's not even a word. And this is a word that carries the ing. So the word N-O-T-H might be able to be used in another context, or you can maybe switch the letters around, or just read that the beginning is pi, which is number 29, the 14th and 15th letter, or the, I think it's the first and second number in gematria, where gematria goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, where T that we were speaking before. Well, I'm very sad we lost 2 people, but that's okay. Where we were speaking before, the 7, G, and the T20 are both at the beginning of the pyramid, or the tunnel, or the bottom of the mountain, the top of the mountain, whichever one it is. It's the peak. It's the peak. It is the center that makes the average. And also gets a value of 5. Because when you have a point, you have a V. When you have a V upside down, it becomes 5. Roman numerals. This is just something I thought of right now. Is it true? I don't know. So I'm telling you, the center average of everything shows me 5. The actual average of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 through 6 equals to 21, and 8. Well, and it goes 1 through 6 through 1 again. Sorry, 6 through 1 again. When I need to make it look neat. Okay, it's not neat, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to show you what I'm writing here. Up the scale, down the scale, over the scale, up the scale, down the scale. And over here is your 7. So if it's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 21, and 21, the average is 33. You want to add it and multiply it, becomes 23 or 32, whichever way you want to look at it. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. Another way to look at it is what's the average with 6 numbers? It is 3.5. 6 by 3, 18. 6 by 5, 3, 21. So the average is 3.5. And the cube average is 3.5. And do you follow me? Does anybody follow me where we are? I just painted Roman numbers in my room on the wall. I have to go back and do some more. Roman numbers. M, D, C, L, X, V1. 1,000, 500, 100, 50, 10, 05, 01. 6, 1, 6, 6, 1.666. Roman numerals. Love them Roman numerals, eh? 666 with 2 zeros. 66, 066. 66, 066. 006. 10, 0, 1, 6. 5, 0, 6, 5. 1, 0, sorry, 0, I'm just trying to figure out 0, 6, 1. And I can go 6, 6, 6. I can go, oh, sorry, the first one here is a 5. So this would, and well, they're all 6s over here, except this one's a 5 over here. You got a 5 in D. Marsland. Marsland. In French, it's called Mardi. Everything ends with DI. Everything's with DI. 566. 6 times 6, 36. 36 times 5. 5, 6, 6. 6 by 6, 36. 5 by 30 is 150 plus 30. The day in Mars, the student day in Mars, 180 degrees. We have half a plane. Bowl of cereal, right? Cereal, everything comes out of the top. And the bowl's underneath supporting everything. So we did this. We have this. We have this cube, which is 1, which is opposite of 6. 3 is opposite of 4. 5 is opposite of 2. 1 plus 2.5, 6 minus 2.5. 3 minus 0.5, 4, sorry, plus 0.5, 4 minus 0.5. 2 plus 1.5, 5 minus 1.5. 2 plus equals 3.5. 3 and 0.5 equals 3.5, and 2 plus equals 3.5. 6 minus 2.5, 3.5. 4 minus a half, 3.5. 5 minus 1.5, 3.5. So all of this, this one represents Mars, this one represents Earth, this one represents the energy. But when you want to look at, we were talking about this gematria, why is the center 5? Because it's the halfway line, 0.5, the 50-yard line. It's the 0.5. So no matter, it's 3.5 at the 50-yard line. The 5 is the divider. 5 is the divider, halfway between two sides. Not yours, not mine. We both hold on to it. So how do we look at a football field? Do you want to look at the football field? The football field is 49 yards, 1 yard, and 49 yards. That's the real football field. You don't touch that line. In fact, they put an emblem around the center, and pending the size of that, you probably don't go more than what? 44 yards? And then, well, you can't take the 45th yard on either side because that would be touching. So you'd have the 44 and you'd have the area space. Does anybody see where I'm going with all these things that I do? It's what happens. It's just what happens. I'm going to have a little bit to eat. I'm going to turn you around. Give me about a minute. I hope I don't forget anything. I'm going to look it over. I'm a little hungry. I can't make it right now. So, and I can't put on any music because I'm afraid that they'll shut me down. So just let's leave it at this for a minute. Maybe I can find something. Hold on. Smooth jazz. Let's see if I can do something here. No, they're gonna stop me. Okay, just give me a couple of minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'd be singing to you, but I'm busy crunching these oat fibers. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can get this done now. Did I lose anybody? Okay, let me look at this. Golden Nose Hills came. Pink Floyd, Two Sunsets. Found the Thrill on Blueberry Hill. It's a lot of things to look at. That's right. Like someone once said, everyone has a price. Everything has a price. Everything. You can't say everyone, everything. So where's the add-on? Everyone, everything, everybody, body. How do you know the difference between body and body? How about live and live? This is live. No, it's live. How do you know the difference between these words? Why did they do that? Thrill on a hill. Okay. Let me wind this up and see where I was. We had tattoo, where the last part shows me the 8 sideways when O and O comes together, because that's the way I look at it. When O and O comes together in French, it means 2 waterways. Or what if there's a pipe? What if there's a pipe and they come together? So if there's a pipe and something and water's coming together, we're not talking about gas. We're not talking about mixtures right now. We're just going to talk bare water. Well, that's at your sink, because you turn on 2 taps and 2 waters come together and you get a so-so temperature. So the tap, you can be the sink, you can wherever you want. I wrote sink. Well, now you're sinking. You can be sinking things together. Do you follow? SYNC. The sink, the hot and the cold, they sink together. And now you have blue and red. So you have 34, 43, 40, and 27. Cold, 3, 18, 12, and 4 equals to 34. And hot, the 3-letter word, equals to more numeric value. One is an even number. The other is a prime number, 43. The other is 34, which is 2 by 17. And now we can start making all kinds of scenarios, because nothing ever stops. Okay? We were talking about nothing about everything. It didn't really make a difference. We talked about the AM and the PM. And when you have the PM, and it's that time of the month or the day, or you're reading a storybook, and it ends with a period, the beginning of a new paragraph, the beginning of a new chapter, ending with the period, what's the next move? Where will you start off? And will there be an indentation? Or was the indentation to begin with? The indentation of the new paragraph. When we spoke about the letter T, and I'm going to bring this back up again, over here, where the T was the 20th letter, this was the 7, 0, 7, 67, 1 and 3, 13 becomes 4, 2 and 6 for T, which becomes 8. So now we have Pluto and Sun coming together. This means a little bit later. And this would be beta. You know, there's beta. Maybe we'll have D for digital. And this is the way the weeks end in French. So maybe they're talking about, the French are talking about digital. In English, everything ends with a day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So day and D. So you're saying a word when you're talking about the days of the week. You're saying a word. You're saying in French, you write samedi. So this D would be day. So you would have Saturday. I don't know. You can say Saturn if you want. This says the same day. And this says Saturday. This is 49. 7 by 7, 7 plus 7 equals to 49. And 14 equals to 63. Minus the 14 equals to 35. C and E, electric company. Any craps, 1 and 1, 1 and 2, 6 and 6, but they bar the 6 and 6. Go to the tables, you'll see they usually bar the 66, and the payout is 30 to 1, and it's a one-time roll. Is that because you're born here, you're not born here? Women cover, I wrote cover because 66 is also what's going on around it. It's also a passage in the cities, all the cities. Now we've been rerouted around the cities because we're taking interstate.
And this 80 is 4 times 20 when spoken in French. And 80 is special because there is no ET in this one. It now creates 86, the house, planet. And it's created by number 24. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 8 equals to 6. Number 14, the dividing of the seventh gate. And they have odds, and that is play 6, get 7. Spirit of 76. This will be cat, 5, and 9. Are you with me? Is anybody with me? Does any of this make any sense? Is anybody following me? Cities, citations, citing, cities, IES. And we were talking about before, I'm not sure if it's on this page. I'm not sure if it's on this page or this page. The Saturday, the Sunday, we were talking about the word thing. Maybe a hinge. Hines. I'm thinking. They all have in 7, in 8. 26th letter, the 7th letter, 7 and 8. The heaven, this is number 23. This would be the red sun. 7 times 2 equals 14 N. 7 plus 2 equals 09 I. The total is 23 W. W-I-N, created with 7 and 2, B and G with the I in the center. You can also put Bing. Now you're going to have to think of Crosby. Are you thinking of Bing Crosby or Nash? Crosby steals Nash. But that's his name. He didn't really steal anything at all. But the steal is the toll or the price you pay. Where does that come from? When E and A come together, I can switch it to be an O. 5th letter and the 1st letter. We're going to run back to over here. So anyways, I think we're going to end it over here. There's a whole lot that was going on. We talked about hot and cold and how hot and cold came together when the faucets come together and the hot and the cold, they meet. That's what happens when we had the river, the 2 rivers. We spoke about the river. I'd have to go back and see where that river was, where the rivers come together here, and then it goes out one faucet, maybe down on this the place we're at. So that's how I got what comes together. And the first thing that came together is that the 2 oceans meet. They meet like that, right? This is something, they go into the same thing and they travel together. You want to talk about the sewage system, and that's where a lot of communication is. When we talked about BCE and C and E before the creation, I think it was, of the Christ. Let me see where it was. Yeah, one was the Common Era, and the other one was AD BC, after the death, before the Christ, Common Era. For me, it's Bell Canada Enterprises. That's the way I see it. Bell Canada Enterprises, and that's part of the communication. Oh, Everlast, very good. I like that. Right, Everlast. Instead of everything, you can use ever. You can say forever.
So there's a lot of words like that, and all of these I'm quite sure tell tons and tons and tons of different stories, even to where the days of the week. I mean, if we go to Saturday, I mean, you tell me something. If I take off the word day, what in the world is Satur? Oh, Leo, Sator. Ah, Sator, the movement of time. Time movement. Ah, God did not rest on the seventh day. God rests on the seventh day. Did not. He could have started time on day one, but he didn't spend his last. Anyways, I didn't want to get into that part. Okay. We talked about the 420, and the reason for 420 is in French. They say 4 times 20 instead of saying 80, and 70 is 60 plus 10. So they're adding a 10 to it. And then when it comes to 80, they're saying 420s. So what are these 20s? Why 20? When you add up 1 plus, what do you have to add up to 20? 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 equals to 20. We're not using the 1. So that's one of the differences. And I have to keep adding up those numbers to see other difference. What happened to 7, 8, 9? I'm going to get into that another time. Does anybody have anything to say? Say it now. Forever hold your peace. I'm going to be ending this video. Maybe I'll come back later. I'm not sure. I think I was on fire. We talked about the 9, the 5, the cat. Right, the cat. The word 9 and 5 have the both same numeric value as cat. And again, we talk from 9 to 5 or from 5 to 9. How many hours between 5 and 9? 4. How many hours between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.? And that's 8. And the 5 to 9 equals to the 4. So right away, we're going back to Pluto. Now, if you go from 5 p.m. to 9 a.m., you have 12 plus 4. And now you have 16. And now you end up creating the word phi inside of this. And there's a whole scenario, 9 to 5, 5 to 9, and all the scenarios to create an alternative reality of thought, a different situation. Raphael, 7286, in the constellation of Pegasus, 50 cents. Thank you for watching this video. And thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I don't want to mention names. Tattoo. Where is that? Okay, I want to just look up something. Would it be nice of me to look up online Oklahoma tattoo parlors? So I want to see this. 8 best Oklahoma City tattoo artists and expertise. Oh my God, check this out. Does anybody else see this? This is really cool. Hold on a second. Wow. Wow, my camera. Where's my camera? Hold on a second. Okay, it's right here. Oh my God, it's right next to it. Okay, I got to separate my camera. Okay, I got to separate my camera. Check this out. The first one on the list. Hold on, do I got my paper here? First one on the list. That's pretty cool, eh? Okay. We're going to end this video right now. Thank you for watching. Anybody got something to say? 9 to 5, what a way to make a living. 925. It's another thing. 9 times 5, 45. We have Fox. We have the Fox Pass. 9 times 25 is 225. That's a very special number. I forget why, because all the numbers mean something and they're all special. Thank you for watching this video.